So prior to anything that you're about to see on this video, let me tell you, I really don't agree with the things that I'm going to show you on this video. And I don't agree because I don't believe in animal cruelty, although this is part of the culture of my people, and I'm completely against animal cruelty. As a matter of fact, I have a small institution, a small organization, which I'm one of the founders. I'm one of the 3 founders that does animal rescue. But what I'm about to show you, and I really hate bullfighting. Bullfighting is really not for me, and it's just for people who have serious issues. Not good issues, believe me. And but in this case, there is this gray, blackish area where the animal is not killed at the end. The animal is it's a wild bull, and there is some decency in it, although it's still a bit of animal abuse. There is no hinging of the animal, so the animal is still prepared to fight as a wild animal, so the horns are still complete, they're not, cut, and this set is put on the middle of the street and people start to run away from it. It's what the Portuguese call Largada de touros. So please be warned, this being a disclaimer. I really don't support this kind of attitudes. For instance, I know that people are going to say, oh, but you were there. True, I was there, but I didn't consume a thing. I didn't leave my name for nothing. It was like I did not participate in the whole event. So my presence there was actually not a number to be counted for how many participants were in there in the party. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please do take in consideration my comments that I will be doing. I need to do this to this song. It makes all the sense to me in this event. This is a plastic bottle full of human urine, just to put you on the place itself, to show you how these people actually act. And to let you know, this is not the first time I encountered it. On my way over there, close to a pump station, I found this. This is a plastic bag full of urine on the floor, of course. But before starting with the whole thing, let me talk to you about the beginning, the mentality behind all this. This is Johnny, and I'm going to call him Johnny because he doesn't deserve to be called anything else. He doesn't even deserve to be called by his real name. Johnny is a pro bullfighter, and Johnny, like any professional bullfighter, says that this is to actually honor the bull, to show the greatness of the bull. By the way, here's he killing one of them. And one day on the late 2020, little poor old Johnny received a visit from the Portuguese National Guard. You see, they did some searches on their house and they discovered 18 greyhounds on this estate. And his initial excuse was, hey, this is not my fault, huh? This is not my fault. This is one of my employees. This was not me, it was one of my employees. But in the end, in 2024, Johnny got convicted of 4 years prison, a sentence that was suspended. So if in these 4 years he commits another crime, he goes to jail. But this is just me giving you the facts. This actually happened exactly like I'm telling you. But this is also the mentality behind everything in the pro bullfighting arena. So the people that you are about to see, maybe they are not as bad as this case that I showed you, but they are more or less on the same line of thought. Also, do bear in mind that I've approached this as a street photographer, not as a normal citizen. So my idea here is to remain unseen, unnoticed, and take my photographs. And you're also going to notice that, on the contrary to everybody else, I am the person trying to honor the bull and trying to show his greatness, which you will be able to see that no one else is going to do it. And in order to make things happen, I actually needed something which would be very practical and very, very fast. So I picked up my Minolta and I also brought my Holga. You're going to notice something on my photography. The main goal is the bull. The bull, the bull, the bull only. If there's people there, that's fine by me, but they are not, and I repeat, not the main subject of my images. So I'm in the middle of the crowd and no one is watching me, and you can see that this is in the middle of the town, in the middle of buildings, where they put the ground, instead of being asphalt, it's just plain sand, earth. So what people do is they stay behind the barricades, they start to call the bull, to call names to the bull, to try to, so that the bull can invest against them, but they are always protected by the barricades. And I'm going to show you 2 examples on how cowardly a person can be. For instance, that guy there on the far right, he's taunting the bull, he's calling the bull, but he's always protected there, so the minimum move that the bull does, he goes back inside behind the barrier. And as you can see, this is not the normal middle class people from Lisbon. This is the rural persons of around Lisbon, that live around Lisbon, doing this kind of events. Now, there's always a certain risk of being there exposed to a bull, but in this case the risk is minimized and they're more or less safe. The day before, the bull had invested against the wood and part of the palisade had broken. So they had to redo the palisade, even make it stronger so that it doesn't happen again. However, surprises sometimes do happen. When my mother was alive, she used to like these kind of attitudes, these kind of things. So once she went there with a friend and the husband of a friend, and they got separated in the middle of the crowd. And in the middle of the crowd, they saw the bull hitting somebody and propelling that somebody underneath the car. This happened in the 1940s, 1950s. So at the end, when they were looking for the husband of a friend, they discovered that it was in fact the husband who was taken to the hospital with several fractured ribs. But the attitude of these people really annoys me. For instance, look at this guy on the right. He's taunting the bull, the guy in blue. He's taunting the bull, he's calling the bull, and when the bull does a movement, he immediately backs away and runs away. That is being coward. But actually, this event generates very good images. I just don't like it. If it was up to me, I would completely abolish this. But given the fact that at the end the bull isn't killed and the bull is returned back to its normal place, I give a benefit of a doubt on this specific case. Against bullfights, I'm completely against. I mean, people who go to bullfights, people who practice bullfights, it's because they cannot have a bullfight in bed. And from this event, this is my selection of the best photos that I've taken. Now, I specifically liked this one, and immediately there on the spot I had the notion that I had a good image. This transmits power, this transmits brutality, animalesque brutality that he's actually capable of doing. This is a really nice image that I've taken that day. And do you remember me saying that sometimes surprises do happen? Oh yes. This is an ambulance passing by, and this time the bull won.